Buckle up and get ready for a roller coaster ride of some tasteless humor, lots of heart, and radical truth with two scrappy chicks. Because adulting is hard, but we are thinking that laughing about it is just so much easier. All right, and we are back. Married at First Sight. I have been watching this one since the beginning. This is season 20. And they also, in case you get confused, they moved this to Peacock. And they also changed the experts. Kind of surprising because two of the experts have been with them for so long. And I looked to see why the experts were changed, and there was supposedly each one had their own answer of wanting to go and do different things. And then I also heard on the other end that due to the um, unsuccessful matches, that they wanted new, fresh people. So there's only two. Um, New experts are Paul Brunson. He's like a dating coach. And then Dr. Lisa Paz. And I liked them. This episode. Nothing wrong with change. And this is going to go until August 27th. And it is on, let's see, it's on Peacock on Sundays. So, um, let's see, I guess I should name the people. All right, for the men, we have Felipe, and he's a restaurant owner. Adam, Devin, Mecca, Sean, Nick, Cameron for the girls. Tori, Nikki, uh, Michelle, Marissa, Courtney, Caitlin, and Beljolie. And Marissa is with Adam. Michelle's with Cameron. Nikki's with Sean. Beljolie is with Mecca. Caitlin is with Devin. Courtney is with Nick. Tori is with Felipe. And in this episode, which it's like I said, you got to go watch an older one and then watch this. It's the format's even different. So they go. Adam meets with both the experts, and then one of the experts, it was the guy, Paul. They go to Adam's house, and he apparently lives on the water, and his friends were there. And Paul was telling him it is such a bachelor pad, and asked, when's the last time you had a woman here? And Adam loves to jet ski, and he's successful. And then he was also around the guys when they met up at a bar. He was playing the piano, and he was really good because he played for a long time. And the last time Adam dated somebody was the week before, and he said he won't keep seeing her. And Paul, the coach, said, you call her right now and let her know. And she did. So he called her and let her know that I won't be seeing you, and that he joined the show. And she's like, what? Are you kidding me? Is this a joke? And then she hung up. But Paul told Adam later on, call her back and, explain it better. So, she wasn't happy, and Paul's like, are you surprised? And he said, yeah, I'm surprised she got upset, but not Paul. Adam has animals, and he said she wasn't an animal lover, so she really wasn't a good fit in the long run. Okay. So Paul's match, no, I keep saying Paul, Adam. Adam's match is Marissa, and her parents are divorced, and she doesn't have a good relationship with her dad. And so he will not be walking her down the aisle. And then Adam's parents, won't be at the wedding. They are away on a trip, and I don't think he really has support from the rest of his family, so it's probably going to be his friends there. And they show Marissa she's got a beautiful dress, and then Adam gives her a gift and gives her goggles and a pickleball and then a lanyard, and he tells her to guess what the lanyard's for. And then the gift she gives Adam is a journal, and she had a written note in it that that journal is for them to write their adventures in. Um, Next we go to Felipe. He's the restaurant owner, and he likes to dance and seems like he likes to have a good time because he was out late till 4 a.m. for the bachelor party. And then he Tori, she's looking for a traditional man, and both Felipe and Tori have cute families, but Tori's afraid of whoever it is of him running. And Felipe met with the expert Paul, and they went to the his restaurant, and the expert called him out on him being late twice. And and Felipe apologized, and he said, "Dude, you know you can't do this." And that was his only concern. And he said, he goes, "No, you're right. My bad. I'll change." So now we see Tori in her dress, and Felipe is in his suit, wedding suit, and he got his mom and dad and sister come, all beautiful family. My God, his mom looks so young. She looks like she could be his sister. And she's tall, and his dad's short, so you could see where he gets his tallness from. So, um, then they go on next to Beljalie and Mecca. Beljalie sings, and she says in her little bio that she would love to have matching outfits sometimes with her hubby, and that her mom is her best friend, and she does not have a relationship with her dad. And then Mecca, um, his business is a porty potty business, and it's a family business, but he also comes from a broken home. So then we get back to Felipe and Tori's wedding, and Tori's stepdad walked her down the aisle. And then when Felipe turns around to see her, he's like, wow. So then they get married, and they're walking down the aisle, and they're both saying to each other, "You're hot." So that's good that that worked out. Uh, then we go back to Mecca and Beljalie, and that was cute because they're both goofballs, and especially Mecca's dad. He was funny, but then he was serious. And so then they got married, and then they walk down the aisle, and then they have alone time, and Mecca's like asking her, "What'd you think? What'd you think?" Like think of him. And we really didn't get an answer. It seemed to be really busy because the next thing you know, they're taking family photos and stuff. So I don't think she really could answer him. So then we go back to the wedding that's starting of Marissa and Adam. And Marissa's mom gives her a gift. And again, Marissa does not have a relationship with her dad, which is sad because my kids don't have a relationship with their dad. And I had my dad, let's see, how do I want to describe it? Wasn't around much because he was always working. But when he was, you know, uh, I I had, the great times with him. I loved how he would cook chicken on the grill and burn it. And even though he burnt it, it was awesome. And I ate it. And one time I made my husband, when he was cooking chicken on the grill, I said, burn it. And he goes, what? I said, burn it. Because I just wanted that burnt chicken like my dad used to do. I miss him. He's been gone since 2005. My mom's been gone since 2015. It's tough. It's not a fun club to be in, not having your parents. Okay. And like I said, Marissa, she said it's hard, not to have a dad when she sees, her friends having a dad and a good relationship with them. So, her mom is walking her down the aisle, and then they get down to the end of the aisle, and then the pastor or officiant tells Adam that he could turn around and see his um, wife to be. And he turns around and they look at each other and they start laughing. And Marissa says, oh my God, I know him. And then, of course, they end it there. It's like, what? Of course, because they want you, that is to make sure that you come back. So next week, we will see Marissa and Adam's wedding, and then we'll get to see the other's wedding, I would hope, in that episode. This was only an hour long, and I want to say in the past they would have the first episode like 2 hours long. So, like I said, this is a very different format, and it seems like they what? Excuse me, they want to be more successful with the matches and having them last long. My favorite couple from Married at First Sight from the first season, she was on The Bachelor on Ben Flanick um, season, was Jamie Otis and, well, now Henner, and she's married to Doug and they have 4 beautiful children. Um, so yeah, these do work. Would I personally marry somebody at first sight? No, I would not. And well, I want to say there is, I thought I seen a couple that is older. And they did this last year. They, instead of having people in their late 20s and 30s, they had an older couple. And you'll have to watch that. That was a hot mess that season. And I think a couple seasons before that was Chicago. That too was a hot mess because a husband from one couple and a wife from another couple hooked up, and I think to this day they're still together. So yeah, watch Married at First Sight on Peacock, and like I said, I believe it's on. I had on demand, but it was on yesterday, so it's on Sundays. All right, thanks for listening, and hope you guys are enjoying these recaps, because let me tell you, it's weird talking into a microphone like you're talking to yourself, and then you guys get to listen to me. So, all right. I should say next. Next recording. All right. Bye.
We love our scrappy peeps. So thank you all for joining us and becoming part of our flock. So please like, subscribe, and share. And if you don't like us, unfortunately, yo mama. But if you do like us, we look forward to seeing you next time on Two Scrappy Chicks.